This video is kindly sponsored by HelloFresh. Yep, they're back for the second time. I don't know what they were thinking, but let's crack on with the video and we'll tell you more about them later.
Alan, where are we?
Happy Rob. Good morning from very north Lake District. It's been a while since we've been here. Feels like a while anyway. We found potentially a hidden gem. We arrived here last night at 9 o'clock and it was pitch black. We'd been to Keswick to see the Christmas lights switch on, get some fish and chips, and enable Jack to be an absolute idiot in a crowd of people. We found this place. We wanted to go to a campsite we'd never been before. We found this place that we never even heard of, and it just looked like a good location for going and walk up the hills. What we didn't realise is we've chosen potentially the worst weekend weather-wise to camp here.
We are now in 42 mile-an-hour gusts, and the wind's 36 without the gusts, so all fun.
I think we're going to be in for a wild day. Hello, boy. Kestrel Lodge. Kestrel Lodge? Kestrel Lodge campsite we're at. It's just off Bassenthwaite Lake. So we are at the foot of Skidder, just off the, what's the route called? Cumbria Way. Surrounded by, it's a walker's paradise around here. It's surrounded by lots and lots of small and large Wainwrights, which we do plan to go and explore, but today's not the best day. I don't think tomorrow's going to be much better. It's midday now, nearly midday. We didn't get up till 9:30ish, maybe 10. And the plan today is relax. We've also got our food to cook. Might have a couple of beers tonight. It's going to be dark by about 4 o'clock. So strap yourself in for a wild video. The van is are rocking.
Not in a good way.
And no one's coming and knocking because they won't be able to stay on their feet. The wind's just started really kicking off, so pop top is down and now it feels like we're in a cave. It's chilly as well. You're having a wash?
Mm-hmm.
That's not camping.
Only my face.
No, that's alright then. It looks like there's a fire in the background here. It's just the windscreen cover constantly flapping in the wind and exposing light. I'm a bit frustrated with myself because last weekend, weekend before last, we stayed in the cottage in Wales with a few people and the weather wasn't great, so we had the cottage to be inside. But last weekend we were in the Dales Bridge campsite in Yorkshire Dales near Settle. The weather was absolutely perfect. It was cold, no wind, clear skies both nights. We had stars, everything. We had a campfire outside the van. We were cooking bratwurst over the campfire. We even cooked bacon in my new carbon steel Swedish pan on top of my little twig stove. The weather was absolutely perfect. The location was stunning. And I just couldn't be bothered filming it. I just wanted, we spent most of one of the days just in bed. We went for a midday snooze and woke up in the evening. Now that I've decided to pick up a camera, we're in Storm Botswana, or God knows what it's going to be called.
I don't think it's a named storm.
No, it's not a named storm, but this is actually windier than all the named storms. You'll just have to put up with this shoddy show. And just to let you know, we've just been out for a wee. That isn't the bit I wanted to let you know. I just thought while we're outside, I'll get a little bit of footage on the camera. Could I, hell, keep it still? So all the shots of the campsite are like that. Anyway, we're going to cook some food now.
So, it's blowing a hoolie outside. We've put the roof down, we're enclosed in our little cave, so we thought, why not try and cook some food? We opted for the stovetop mac and cheese, so, because we thought, well, you can do that in a van because we've got a stovetop. Yeah, first of all, it says boil a full kettle.
We forgot to bring the salad.
Shucks. Damn.
That in there. Having a little sniff, lad. HelloFresh don't specifically make camper van meals. They haven't chosen to work with us because we're in a camper van. But some of the meals do lend themselves well to camper vans. This one actually says stovetop mac and cheese. How hard can it be? What are you doing there, kid?
I'm adding some boiling water to the macaroni. Do you want to peel and press the garlic while I grate some cheese? Give you itty bitty blocks of cheese, just the right amount. Jack loves cheese. But we've got just the right amount, Jack, so you can't have it.
We have got Jack's olive oil. I don't know whether you can see that in the light, but that says Jack's olive oil. It's a little bit frozen because it's cold. Pasta boiling. Next, we heat the oil in the frying pan, add the garlic and some other stuff.
So it says we need to vigorously stir in the creme fraiche, Dijon mustard and both the grated cheddar and hard Italian style cheese. Cheese.
So now we put our garlic in the press. Slip it a little shot.
A little sucker.
And give it a good old... Is that going to work? Yeah.
You need some guns for this.
You can do it.
I can do it. I did it.
Oh, look at all that goodness. What next, chef?
Add the vegetable paste, stock, whatever it is. And then your water for sauce.
When we were choosing these meals from the HelloFresh website, there was hundreds, literally hundreds to choose from. It was ridiculous. It was it was like choosing an outfit for the night out. What to choose? Naturally, we chose fairly simple meals which you could fry and maybe roast a little bit. There's different departments. There's quick ones, then there's healthy ones, then there's vegan or veggie ones, and then there's lots of different options. We found it really hard to choose ours, but looking at this in the pan, I think we've chosen well. Big plus is it gets delivered to your door, and an even bigger plus, you don't have to measure anything out. They just send every single element of the ingredients to you in the right measurements. So all you do is just chuck it in a pan, follow the guidelines, and you're done. That is our HelloFresh stovetop mac and cheese with baby leaf salad, despite the fact we forgot to bring the bags of salad. I genuinely think HelloFresh is a good option, so if you want to give it a go, use the code MOOCHES60 and it'll give you 60% off your first box and 25% off your next 2 months, plus free gifts. Someone did actually message us to say they took us up on our offer in the last video, and they got some free gifts, and the free gifts were pretty bang on. Might actually use the code myself. Thanks, HelloFresh.
Now it's time for some tea and biscuits, and then hopefully we can go for a walk if the rain stops.
And here you will see the beautiful skyline of Skidder. No? That's because the clouds are in the way. Got anything you want to say?
No.
Do you regret wearing your down jacket?
Yeah, for walking uphill it's quite warm, but I'm sure I'll appreciate it when we start going back down. So yeah, but yeah, it's beautiful around here.
It is.
I know we say it every time we stay at a campsite, but this is another belter of a site with just amazing walks from your van door. Just amazing.
Come to the top of where we're going today, purely because we're going to lose sunlight soon. And the weather's closing in again. Back to the van it is.
When it's cold and rainy outside and you can't be arsed walking to the campsite sinks, this is how you wash your dishes in the van.
And how we dry our coats is simply just putting the diesel heater on and putting them over the back of the driver's seat to dry. We've had a couple of lazy hours after a windswept walk. It's currently 53 mile an hour gusts according to the forecast. It's going up to 58 mile an hour gusts soon. So we decided to take refuge in the California Arms, and tonight the California Arms are serving something a little bit predictable maybe. And on the side of the can it says, "It isn't a fruit crumble without lashings of creamy custard." I've actually gone for a fruit crumble and custard Northern Monk. It's slightly different to me apple crumble and custard. This is just fruit crumble and custard. Spoiler alert, I have actually tried this a few weeks ago and it was quite nice. The funny thing is, it's actually a red colour, as in dark fruits. So they're just making a lot of noise in the background.
Sorry.
Looks like cherryade.
Weird.
You won't be able to see it very well under this crap light, but it's red. It works. It really does.
I thought I'd have something different tonight, so I went for a Peroni. Not had it in a while, you know.
It's been at least a week.
Exactly. I had a beer Moretti last night at the Christmas market. Light switch on thing. Mixing it up, go wild. Stay Italian though.
So, a little question for you. It's currently strong winds and heavy rain outside. The van is giving it all that. It's 6:30. What to do for all that time in the van? I'm looking for inspiration as to what we can do in the van, other than searching through social media and drinking.
Conversation, darling. Conversation.
Conversation? Let's just check that post on Instagram.
This campsite, well, I think Alan explained earlier that we were meant to stay in Keswick at the Caravan and Camping Club site. They cancelled, so I was just searching yesterday trying to find somewhere different that we've never been before, and I come across this one, so I messaged them and they said yeah, it's fine, we've only got our hard standing pitches open. Now this site is predominantly for tents, but has 2 hard standing camper van pitches, that's it, with electric hookup. We are the only customers on this site, like completely. There's 2 camper van pitches, that's all that's open out of season, and there's only us here. Yeah, I feel like I'm just in the farmer's garden, who is lovely by the way. But yeah, it's a belter of a site. If you can get a camper van pitch here, get one, because it's just really nice. But it's a belter, so yeah, if you can get here, come here.
The van is rocking that bad. It feels like we're on the Eurotunnel.
Or a ferry.
Or a ferry. Or fall off a cliff. See you in the morning. Rough night, wasn't it?
The rocking.
The rocking was happening. I think I mentioned it last night. When you get on the Eurotunnel, anyone who's been on the Eurotunnel will know that It's not a rough ride, but the van is constantly doing that. And it was all night, on and off, but all night. The owner's out in shorts and t-shirt.
Hardcore Yorkshire.
We've got double glazed windows at the back of the van, so it does help in the noise cancelling, but it's forecast to be the same all day.
I just wanted a snuggle. Shall we snuggle? Shall we snuggle? Oh no, you don't want me anymore. Sacked me off.
Another day, another wet day in the Lake District, and today we wanted to head down the Cumbria Way and start heading towards the back of Skidder. Yes, I'm out of breath because we just climbed up a hill. We are in this woodland and it's full of autumnal colours. There's no one around here. We haven't passed anyone again. Second day walking, seen nobody. You just can't beat the forest in bad weather. So we said we're not going up into the hills, we're staying low level in the woodland, and we seem to have found ourselves in a very elevated spot after climbing a big hill on the Cumbria Way in the fog. It's nice, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
There's no one here.
No.
Let's see. Well, we've just past one couple.
Yeah. That was down on the road, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right, we've about turned the Cumbria Way because it's just farmer's field after farmer's field and gates and sheep and stuff, so we decided to head a different way, and we found the top of the route that we reached the top of yesterday. And do you remember the view to Skidder yesterday? Well, it was a bit of a restricted view yesterday, but it's non-existent today. We're well above the trees here.
But we're bone dry.
Yeah, we're not bone dry, we're soaking wet, but what a walk. Just got to the bottom of our hill, and instead of going back to the van for tea and toast, we've just spotted another hill.
So we're going up it.
And there's someone with a dog going up
Jack,
it.
come, what's this? There's someone with a dog walking up that hill now, so we found the teeny tiniest excuse to not go up there so we can go back to the van and get tea and toast. So now, tea and toast it is again. Whoop, whoop.
Tea and toast. And we're thinking of going to the pub tonight, so that's an even bigger win. Just over 3 miles from the van back to the van. We did actually have plans to go further afield today, but the weather forecast looked pretty bad. It said heavy rain all day, 35 mile-an-hour winds. Luckily we had a bit of heavy rain while we were in the woods, but the majority of it's just been drizzle and fog. But we went out with like no supplies, no water, no snacks, which was ridiculously stupid. We can get by without the water, but the snacks, no. We've just given Jack a dentist stick and we didn't realise how much of a lip smacker he was.
That's Jack doing an impression of Alan eating.
Not sure if you can hear that rain outside, but it's heavy. We planned to go down the pub, have a few pints and have a nice pub meal, and it just turns out there's quite a bit needs packing away in the van before we move it, and the weather's shocking. So we are going to have a very fine cuisine dish. Watch.
Mashed spam and egg. Wonder why HelloFresh got in touch with us.
I think HelloFresh need to put this on their menu. How is it?
Nice. My friends always used to say to me when I was younger that I was great at cooking beige meals. And this is pretty beige. But it's tasty.
We were going to have some mulled wine, but I think that's enough sophistication for tonight. So we're just going to watch some YouTube, avoid this horrendous weather outside. See you in the morning.
Yeah. Like that for a sniper shot. Someone with sniper. Doof. Good shot.
I might not be able to tell on this. I've just been for a walk to the toilet and all the rain sits on the wool like frost. Have you just burped?
Pardon?
I love wool. Anyway, we've woken up to a calm morning, but it's another wet one. But we don't care, do we?
No.
It's
We've embraced the rain.
3 days solid of rain and 3 nights solid.
Yeah.
4 days, and we don't care. It's given it such atmosphere. I say we've still got the campsite to ourselves. It's just been amazing. Obviously, now that we are thinking of packing away after 3 nights here, the weather's just decided to improve, and we've just got a view down to Bassenthwaite Lake. This campsite sells eggs laid by their own chickens, and there's a little poster that says, as you can see, our chickens are free range. They really are free range because they get access to the whole campsite as far as we've seen. And Jack's on high alert because they've just been released from their pen to go and do what the hell they want to do. We've packed up the van now. It is calm as anything. The rain isn't falling, but we wouldn't change it. We're covered in mud. We haven't had the best sleep for 3 nights because Jack shares our bed, but we're surrounded by what we want to be surrounded by, aren't we, Beb?
Yeah. This hair has not been washed for many days and been rained on a lot.
Upon reflection, if you get a chance to stay at this site, do it. It's ran by a really, really nice bloke. It's ran really well. Basic facilities, certainly for winter campers anyway. There's a little shop and stuff like that will be open for the summer. But during winter, he only allows camper vans on, and there's only 2 camper van pitches. So at most, you'll get 2 people camping on this place in the winter. The autumnal colours seem to have dumbed down a bit today. Unfortunately, yesterday when I had the GoPro down here, it looked amazing. But maybe it's just the flat light in the sky. It's still stunning to see with your eyes. The only way to describe the amount of firewood available around here is an abundance. Someone's obviously been felling trees around here, and there's lots and lots of, oh my god. So there's just got him running down a slippy hill. There's lots and lots of twigs, branches, stumps, you name it. Granted, it's all wet, but I think in the future I might find out who the owner of this woodland is, and just see if we can collect a little bit of firewood for our fire pit for in future camping sessions, because wholeheartedly we'll be back here. You find any sticks, boy? Finally get the fabulous view over towards Winlatter Forest. Just as we're getting back to the van. Have I just snotted? Maybe. It's cold. We just walked up a big hill. Yeah. That concludes the end of our trip. What do you think of it?
It's been good, considering it's poured down for the whole time we've been there.
Jack, stop whining. The area is outstanding. The campsite is brilliant. The weather was shocking, but gave it an air of, don't know, moodiness, autumnal feeling. We weren't too bothered, were we?
You can't complain when you've got a campsite to yourself. The van still stinks of garlic.
Yes, so we'd like to thank HelloFresh for making our van smell of garlic. And on that note, if you do want to go for HelloFresh, which obviously we think you should, use the code MOOJES60, 60% off your first box and 25% off the next 2 months with free gifts. Dying to see what these free gifts are. I do know that one person got free gifts and they were a good free gift.
So yeah, we're going home to have a wash now and de-wet weather ourselves.
It's currently midday Monday. The weather looks pretty good, yes, typically. And tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, I'm on a train to London for 2 days, which is the complete polar opposite. But we have got plans to be away again in a couple of weekends, so
Ta-ra!
we'll see you soon.